Class, welcome back. Here we're going to wrap up the percent composition by mass worksheet. In a previous video and lecture, you should be at a spot now where you're comfortable figuring out what elements are present, how many atoms are present, what the total mass or the molar mass of a compound is, and what the percent composition of each of those elements is. If you're not, backtrack, watch previous videos and or lecture notes, or shoot me an email and I'll be happy to get you up to speed. So the next part here, we should be again done with 1 through 5, is the next 1 through 5, which I guess I probably could have labeled 6 through 10, but I did not. If you read through this, it's a little bit different. This is saying, hey, if you had a sample size that was 20 grams or 10 grams or 18 grams or 27 grams. So this would be something that it's kind of more like a real life example. What percent of mass would each of these elements contain? So I'm going to do number 3 here for you. And if we're looking at this, the first thing I do is read through the problem. So this says, in a 10 gram sample of silver nitrate, or AgNO3, how much silver is present? So really, we're just trying to figure out, look, how many grams of silver are in this 10 gram sample of silver nitrate? So we have to do some of the steps that we've done before, and then I'll show you how to finish that off. So the first thing we got to do is figure out what elements are present. I got silver, I got nitrogen, and I got oxygen. And notice here we've got uppercase, lowercase. That indicates it's one thing. Uppercase, uppercase, one thing, one thing. So how much of each? No subscript, subscript of 3. So that tells me that I've got one tree. What's the mass of each? I wouldn't expect you to have all this memorized, but if we go to the old periodic table, there's silver, 107.87 is its molar mass. Okay, we got a nitrogen, and that's going to be 14.01. That's its molar mass. And then we got oxygen, which is 16.00. So if you need to here, you can get a calculator out, or if you're gonna just kind of do these guys in your head, either which way, right? Let's go across 1 times that, 107.87. That's total silver, check. Nitrogen, 1 times that, 14.01. 3 times 16 should be 48. So I got to add all these guys up. So you should be kind of thinking, look, Cash, this is just like getting the molar mass of that. That's correct. That's the first step here. So if I go 48 plus 14.01 plus 107.87, I got 169.88 grams per mole. So that was one of the first things that we did. Now we're trying to figure out, well, what percent is silver? So I can just do the silver percentage, or if I wanted to do the silver percentage, the nitrogen percentage, the oxygen percentage, add those percents up to see if it was at 100, know that I was right, and then move forward, that'd be fine. In the interest of time, I'm going to assume I don't make any boo-boos here. If I do, please feel free to shoot me an email and I'll make corrections. But I got to figure out the percent silver. So that's taking how much of the element, and we said silver is bringing 107.87 to the party, out of 169.88 grams per mole. So if I go 107.87 divided by 169.88, I got that. So most of you could probably look at that, say, if you multiply that by 100, boink, boink, it's going to be 63.5% silver. So that means of this, I'm going to have 63.5-ish percent is silver. But remember, we're trying to figure out how many grams is silver. So what I can do is take this times 10, and I wound up with that. That's how many grams of that 10. So the reason that I multiplied by 10 there is we happen to have a 10-gram sample. It's not like 10's just the magic number. If I was trying to figure out how much lead was in this sample of lead nitrate, I'd multiply the percentage of lead in decimal in my calculator by 18. But we're still trying to figure out this guy here. So I took this, and then when I got my answer, I times that by the total sample, which again just happened to be 10. And that would give me, I'll call this guy here 6.35 grams silver. Bingo, bango, bongo. It's just that doggone simple. Hope that helps you out. As I'd mentioned before, if you've got questions, let me know. And there's our total answer. Sorry, cut out of the video. Be well. Talk to you soon.